we are now reaching the end of this 2 days virtual annual conference, Nuclear Europe 2021. The debates and interventions have been very rich. I would like to start by thanking all of our excellent speakers and panelists who have made this conference a success. Secondly, thanks also to all our participants who have been having submitted questions to our panelists and participating in the polls. I will not try to summarize all the debates we have had over the last 2 days, but there are a few topics I would like to pick up on. First of all, climate change is happening, and it's happening now. And it is a major threat for mankind. Its course will be very difficult to reverse unless stringent and urgent countermeasures are implemented and all available solutions, I'm insisting on all, are used to fight it. It is clear that we need all solutions, we need them now, and we need them badly. Given the emergency of the situation the world is facing today, there is no room for sterile debates on nuclear versus renewables. My second remark relates to the significant gap between the reality of what nuclear energy is, and among those people in this conference know what it is usually, and how the general public perceive it. Yesterday, we heard that when the debate takes place in an open and transparent manner, and we see here with China, the current developing story in China, how much transparency is key and remains key. When the debate takes place in a transparent manner with fact-based arguments, public opinion on nuclear can significantly improve. In that respect, Finland is an excellent example of what good dialogue can achieve. The importance of engaging with local communities and promoting social diversity are also important matters that our industry must build on. I would like now to quickly highlight a few things regarding the current EU policy and what it means for our industry. Nuclear in Europe has an excellent track record in terms of decreased emissions and ensuring secure, cheap energy for all EU citizens. It's an energy source that has been massively and successfully deployed over the last 40 years, and its benefits should be acknowledged properly in EU policies. This is the reason why much more effort should be made to preserve the existing fleet as long as technical and safety conditions are met. Foratom's analysis showed that the long-term operation of nuclear can support most of the additional efforts needed to reach the EU's new -55 emission reduction objective. The same is true regarding production of low-carbon hydrogen up to 2030. We discussed about that before. All of that is a simple and powerful message Foratom intends to convey in the debates to come. Regarding now the longer-term perspective, we heard this morning that a high nuclear scenario, which by the way is not that high, but only consists in maintaining current nuclear share in the mix down to 2050, with the increased electrification effect. This high nuclear scenario would bring significant benefits for Europe and affordability, security of power and supply, and sustainability. Security of supply, by the way, is an issue that would probably deserve much more attention in the current debates, as was reminded this morning in the discussion. Here, I would like to emphasize the potential significant hurdles the EU and its member states may face along their decarbonization pathway. Here, I can see particularly the risk of betting too much on emerging technologies that have yet to prove their ability to be scaled up at a reasonable cost and within a reasonable time frame, without forgetting their potential environmental impact, which still needs to be properly assessed and taken into account. Also, the risk of being trapped in new dependencies with massive amounts of raw materials and rare earths that to be imported from outside Europe. The risk of not paying enough attention to locking effect that some transitional solution may imply. Take, for example, the case of Belgium, which everybody has in mind, where gas plant may replace nuclear in the near future. And finally, the risk of underestimating the socio-economic impact of the energy transition. We've already seen some signals of societal concern in countries such as in France with the Yellow Vest, which movement we started 3 years ago. I can tell you that these risks, although very real, are usually not properly taken into account, not even understood well in the Brussels bubble, because they do not fit well within the EU current narrative with institutional stakeholders that they want to hear. But in my view, and in Foratom's view in general, keeping the nuclear option fully on the table will help preventing and mitigate this risk. This is why we have to invest in innovation, research and development, new designs, new projects, and prepare the next generation to take over. All of that will not be possible without a stable investment environment for our industry. Nuclear has been recognized as sustainable by the JRC and therefore must be included under the taxonomy. The need to at least maintain the current nuclear share has to be recognized and embedded into the EU policies. Other endeavors also need to be worked on. Here, SMRs could be a good example. And with this, I would like to once again thank you all for your participation. And I hope I'll be able to meet with each one of you in person during our conference in Helsinki next year. And you can already pencil it in your agenda. It will be as it will take place on 7th of June 2022. Stay safe and hope to see you soon.